This is Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake it, fire.
Wake your fuck ass up. Crust out your eyes.
Sway in the morning, Shade 4-5. I'm not done with the Kaleidoscope Dreams album.
I
I'm
know.
I'm not finished with it.
I don't think anybody is.
I mean,
You don't have to be, though.
you don't have to be, right? You don't have to be. Yo, listen, this is a Grammy Award winning, one of the most celebrated. I don't know. I always say people I'm proud of, but this guy is different. We got a different kind of history between us, so it's more of a friendship. That and we happen to be in the same business. So when he wins, I feel like I win.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
That's
I want to welcome him to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Miguel is here. And we're gonna talk about the new music, but Heather B, this is so funny because what did we do Saturday night? We had the fight party at my house in Harlem.
Yes.
Saturday night.
Okay.
And then Heather B concocted some kind of brew, Miguel, that the next morning
Had everybody twisted.
I woke up at 11 the next morning. Right? And then I had
It's like I'm an early riser. I'm normally up. What time do you normally wake up?
Well, I normally wake up around 4, 5-ish, 30.
Woke up at 11.
11 is the next day.
11, and I, and
11 is like, all right, you already got a bunch of things done already.
I didn't even know where I was, and but I had something I had to go to at the Soho House. Yeah. So ever since I got my membership, because it cost, I try to wear it out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And so I go to the Soho House, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
And that brunch is amazing.
The brunch is killer.
Incredible. Yeah.
And I'm looking around, and I'm like, wait a minute. I saw your who did I see?
No, that's my right hand man, Drew. You saw
okay.
Drew?
Yeah, and he said, "Yo, Miggy's he's around the corner." I said, "Miggy,
Right.
Miggy's around the corner."
Yeah.
But the only person I know that says Miggy is Miguel is around the corner. He was like, "Yeah, you just go around the corner." And I walked around the corner, so I saw Miguel, and I was like, walked up on him with my half-eaten chicken on the plate and said, "Sir, I got your chicken." And anyway, and it was an amazing environment because then Maxwell walks up.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Max walked in with
Troy.
with
No. Who was he with? And Tume, was he with
yes,
us?
and Tume, but
Nelson George.
Nelson George. Yes. Excuse me, I think I'm still hungover from that. I'm still hungover. And last night yesterday was Cinco de Mayo. So.
Cinco de Mayo, right?
Yeah,
so,
Latino,
so this is what I want to ask you, because you had Nelson George, who is probably one of the most respected, historians and journalists the game has seen.
Absolutely.
You
amazing writer, amazing
tremendous,
author, amazing critic.
Yes.
Just a historian on hip hop and everything.
On every pop culture, whatever,
Yes.
music culture.
Yes.
You had Maxwell, who, in my opinion, if you did a evolution chart of music, you and Maxwell are in the same lineage.
Oh man, he's a
Would you agree?
He's a musical mentor.
Okay.
He's a part of me, of my love for soul music. He's a part of that.
Yeah.
I grew up with Maxwell. You know what I'm saying? Listening to that. Like I have all of his albums growing up. So he's been a dope like friend in all of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being like, don't worry about this, or make sure you pay attention to this, or just there, supportive.
Maxwell's giving you a lot of advice. And you had Ntume.
Yes.
Ntume from Loose Ends.
Can we just
Wrote The Closer I Get to You. And
Juicy.
And Juicy. Damn.
Insane.
All at one table.
Gotta
so
let it breathe. You go by
give
too
me a
fast.
second. I'm going
you
too fast.
Let it breathe, yo, when you say
We
it.
can talk about anything, but who's going to talk about this?
Shout out everyone. So big shout out to Nelson, Tume, and obviously Maxwell, because that Maxwell walked in with Nelson, and Nelson was having a meeting. He had a meeting later on with him, Tume. So
And that's so y'all. Well, I was sitting on the sideline peeping game, right? And then and I saw everybody sitting at the table.
Yeah.
And I actually came around and looked.
You went upstairs.
And then I went upstairs to the pool.
Right.
A lot of bunny meat up there.
Yeah.
I hate you.
But I'm just
brunch.
I always wonder, what do people in music, when they're not on stage, they're not in front of a camera, what did y'all talk about?
Man, we were talking about the whole gamut, music. Mostly, I was just wanting to hear, to my stories, just the stories, because he had, he's a jazz musician. He played with Miles Davis, so he was real close with Miles. So just those stories were crazy. But then the stories of just like censorship coming up, like talking about Juicy, how they didn't want to put that record out. They thought it was too racy, or it was too forward or explicit at the time. Can you imagine Juicy being too? Because of obviously the subject matter.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was like risque at the time. So we were talking about that. Then we were just talking about what's going on, obviously, and what's happening in America, especially for ethnic people, Black people.
Did you contribute to? What were your thoughts on that?
Right.
We definitely were talking about what the root of the problem is. So I was more, if anything, inputting what I thought was a part of the root of the problem, but I was more asking questions, if anything. Yeah. And then it just became it was just a discussion. It was just like free. It just felt, man.
Free flowing.
That was a good lunch.
That was a good Sunday.
It was a good lunch.
That was a good Sunday. I thought about that because I knew you were gonna come by the show. I said I'll ask him later, because the conversation.
And you know what? I forgot until you said it. And I was just like, ooh, what a dope! It was the dopest brunch ever.
I was gonna say we had Kristen Davis here the other day from Sex and the City, obviously, and all other stuff. And we asked her, does she still get excited about the industry and with the success? And that sounds like the day you had. Did you just go home and just kind of reflect and take it all in?
So we were running behind for a fitting. That's what it was. We had a fitting. Because it was just before the it was Sunday, so Met Gala was Monday.
Right.
So I had to get to a fitting, but I almost missed it because I was so just like I'm trying to be right here in this moment. It was great. It was great, man. And when I got there, I just was like, man, it was the spirit of the conversation was so positive and so thoughtful and genuine. It wasn't like any of us were no one was putting on. It was very like shared like interest in what we were talking about. So it just felt real
authentic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird how you appreciate those conversations so much. It's like the kind of conversations you have with like a family member, right?
Yeah.
Like you appreciate it more because when you get around a lot of other people who most likely don't really give a fuck about what you're doing or what you could care less, But this felt like one of those conversations. Like, man, we're all related in interest, and that's genuine. So the conversation was genuine, and it felt like everything that we left with, or I left with, was just like positive. So it just felt really good.
Man,
really, really dope.
Miguel is here, man. Let's talk about this new music too, and open up the phone lines. You got the song "Coffee." Can you tell me what are the lyrics to the chorus, real quick? The first, what say the lyrics to the chorus?
Wordplay turns into gunplay. Gunplay turns into pillow talk. Pillow talk turns into sweet dreams. Sweet dreams turn into coffee in the morning. Yeah. Coffee in the yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wordplay turns into gunplay.
Yeah.
Gunplay meaning
Exactly.
like you don't smoke your gun, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
A
Yes.
blowjob?
Yeah, wordplay.
Yes.
All of that. All of it.
Yeah.
Gunplay.
Oh, reciprocity
it-
too.
it-
Huh?
Reciprocity with that.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
that's
Absolutely.
important.
All of it.
Okay.
I thought you said rest your prostate.
Oh,
I was like,
God, nigga.
Yeah, rest your prostate. That's the next
yeah,
single.
it's
Okay, and once again, gunplay turns into
pillow talk.
pillow talk turns into sweet dreams.
Sweet
Dreams turns into sway in the morning.
Ah.
You see where I'm going with this?
Oh, God.
We'll get you a version.
Yeah.
We'll get you a version. We'll get you a version.
All right, Miguel is here. 888-742-3345. Miguel is here. Sway in the morning, Shade 45.
Miguel is like a cousin.
Yeah, that's right. Like we were just talking about how sometimes you get around people and it feels like it's just home.
Yeah.
And that's how that felt. But that's how this feels too. Like it's just chill. Like it's not too much pressure. We just chill. We just have a
No
conversation.
pressure, yeah.
Ain't no pressure, man.
Yeah.
You come up
no
here.
pressure.
Chill out. I remember seeing you on tour last year. Was it Drake? Yeah, well, you were opening with Drake.
Yeah.
And I came to the Phoenix show. No, was it?
I was supporting Drake.
So my bad. You were supporting Drake.
Yeah.
I like
I
that.
love that.
Good edit.
You guys were supporting each other.
Yeah.
How's that? Okay.
No, Future Open.
Future Open.
The only reason why I had to change that because I was a supporting act for a very long time. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like I've worked for every bit of respect, for every bit of any like cool points, all of that. Like I've done it all in front of everybody, so I earned it.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
I
It's
earned
true.
it. It wasn't given to me. None of this was
That's
given to me,
dope.
so I worked hard for it. So it's more of a like, hold up.
Listen,
Right.
hey
Yeah.
man, you gotta speak your worth,
Yeah.
man. Hey,
Yeah.
listen. I
Yeah,
get it.
no, that wasn't for you. It was just for
In
for
general.
that was probably for me.
Yeah. That was for you. Take that. You earned that.
Okay.
And but
in Phoenix.
yeah,
In Phoenix.
in Phoenix, and I was looking at your show.
Yeah.
And it was what I like about Miguel is I can't put you in a category necessarily. And for me as a person growing up loving music, that's what I like. I like things that I can't guess, things that aren't formulaic, but those things actually make me feel good when I hear it. And your show it wasn't just R&B to me. It wasn't just pop to me. It was rock to me. And it was hip hop to me. It was all of those things rolled up in one. Was that always your goal on stage, or?
I mean, I think the music kind of informs the interpretation.
Yeah.
Like I create from my heart, right? I create from my heart. I give, right? And but there's a bit of like ability to edit that in the studio, obviously. So I think that's kind of like where some of us I still battle this, where I'll create and then I'll overthink it and then change something, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. The creative process happens. Then we create music. And Miles Davis always says, the music, the recordings are just an advertisement to come see us live. Right. So I create the music and that may be a more edited version of it, of what I'm feeling. But then on stage, the music informs the actual interpretation. You know what I'm saying? And that's what comes out. So that's how I feel. That's how I feel it. And there's no editing there. So what you see live is who I am. That's who I really am.
And
you know what I'm saying?
And it's
the music is like, it's just an advertisement to come see me and to come understand who I really am. And I think that's why people, when they see me live and see us live, then they get it. Then they get why the ripped jeans, why this, why that, like why is it? And I'm just like you. Like I grew up on all kinds of music. I just love music. I don't put myself in a category. I don't say I'm an R&B or I'm a this, I'm a that. That's for businesses. Businesses created genres to put music in a place where the consumer can find it. But that doesn't mean that I have to play by those rules when I get in the studio or when I'm on stage. Right?
That's gang.
Well, that sounds like a T-shirt. Like that's brilliant that you just said that.
Love,
That-
thank you.
never forget that one.
Yeah.
What kind of shoes are you wearing today? Let me see.
Boots.
Let me see 'em.
Boots. You know, boots.
Because
Jeans, t-shirt, and boots.
we were all chipping in because let me see the boots. Can you put up a pair so people see? Because we wanted to buy you a pair of J's.
I have J's.
You have J's?
I wear J's. That's like I wear Converse and J's. That's pretty much it.
Okay,
But only the ones.
yeah, but you don't wear them on stage.
Not on stage, really.
See, and I think had you wore your J's that day at the Billboard Awards,
No slick zone.
you
Fell right into that shit.
That was
You-
but see, okay, if I was anywhere else, I'd be like, oh. But I can really laugh like that.
You home, Miguel.
You got
You
that one.
home.
Yeah, straight
At
up.
the kitchen table right
I do.
now.
I feel like I'm with like my aunties and like my uncles and everything. And you're probably right.
Yeah, you would have.
You're probably right.
You would have cleared that head. It was just like you were just this.
Oh,
I was
gosh.
looking. It's just this much off. Just this
Don't
much
you hate him?
off.
Don't you hate him?
How do you handle that situation now? 'Cause
You know, I'm a Scorpio. We're not really big on embarrassment. Like, we're not good at like dealing with embarrassment.
Yeah.
But I think that was a good lesson for me, just to be able to laugh at myself. You know what I'm saying? And what? I'm human.
Yeah.
And at the same time, like I know I really am. I'm wild.
Yeah.
And on stage, if I feel it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
uninhibited.
So, it's like, as bad as I feel about the repercussions and about whoever may have been involved, whatever, I feel really bad about, genuinely.
Yeah.
But all I can do as a musician is live in the moment. That's what I'm put on this earth to do.
Yeah.
I do it because that's what you need from me. That's what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? And so if sometimes it's gonna be making an ass of myself, embarrassing myself, I do it coming from a place of like purity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, we gonna move forward. I'm gonna give you more good music. I'm gonna be on stage again. It's
Miguel.
okay. It's gonna be great.
Is it true that chick is suing 2 years freaking later?
I'm just really getting information on it. So I don't really know what that's all about. But it is kind of weird that we just dropped the single and 2 years later, we're getting
Opportunists
stuff
all
like
around.
that. So kind of crazy.
We got Kevin on the line from Los Angeles.
What up, Kev?
Kev, say what up to Miguel.
Kev.
Hey.
Good morning, people. You Sway and family.
Yeah.
You the reason why I just free up my prescription on my XM through my phone and
That's
stuff.
dope.
Just want to tell you that there.
Wow.
And,
XM,
Thank you,
take
Kevin.
note.
There it is.
okay, but Miguel, last night I listened to your new single,
Awesome.
Coffee,
Okay.
and I was listening through my headphones, V-Motor. You know, so I was listening through a good quality headphones.
Oh.
And I detected that you recording a little different because man, that bass line was just vibrating through these headphones there. Matter of fact, I had to take them off there for a second cause. Am I picking up right? You went to a different type of recording because I'm a music lover and I listen to music and stuff, and I'm one of these professional listeners.
Man, would you ask your question?
Word up.
Yeah, what's your question?
That's what I want to ask him.
If the process was different.
Yes, and then plus, how are you guys getting paid through these apps like Beats and stuff? I just want to make sure you're getting your money.
That is, man, that's a
Spotify.
great question.
Yeah.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
The Spotify, the streaming service, the way musicians make money through the streaming service is really crazy. I'll be honest with you, and it's kind of sad for the musicians who write their music, like myself, because not all the streaming services are created equal, and I don't think any of them at this point really pay the artist and the musician, the creative person, what they should. But it doesn't mean that can't change or won't change. But I think that's like a Googleable question. You know what I'm saying? I can't give you the ins and outs, but I do know as a person who writes and creates music that the royalty rates on those streaming services is not near what they should be. And yeah, it's kind of unfortunate. As far as recording goes, though, there were definitely different recording processes. I wonder if your question is not more of a mix question, and you're saying you're a professional listener, and most professional listeners don't do that through headphones. So I'm wondering.
Did you hear
so I'm
that,
wondering, have
Kev?
you listened like on speakers? Like, what do you? I'm trying to understand what you mean.
I was listening to headphones, my V Motor. So these headphones is like, I mean, I think they way more better quality than the Beats. So what I'm just saying, I was able to hear a different type of process, like a stronger bass line. I could pick out every instrument and stuff. But
that's Manny. That's mixing.
Yeah.
Oof. Shout out to Manny Marquine. Yeah,
That's a mixed album.
that's my man.
Okay.
Yeah, he's mixed all my albums actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got a sound, distinguishable sound. This album, what did you want to accomplish? I mean, normally I would say you're so different. What did you want to accomplish with it?
I don't know if this was and shout out to Kevin. Kevin, was that Kevin from LA?
Kev,
Thank
yeah.
you very much, man. Shout out.
He's gone. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to say thanks for the questions. I don't know if it was that I was trying to accomplish anything, but I knew there was a feeling. Like, I grew up in LA. I wanted this album to feel like Los Angeles. I didn't necessarily want to do it in the same way where it was like we do cliche things, like, I don't know, just cliche sounds.
Yeah.
But I wanted the mood to feel like LA. I wanted it to feel like driving down PCH or up PCH or when we're in Pedro, like we're over by, you know what I'm saying, Sunken City. Or I wanted to feel like you're going, you're just racing down the 405 when there's no traffic at like 3 a.m. You know what I'm saying? And you're trying to get somewhere. You got something waiting for you on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted it to feel like that. And the album feels like Twilight in LA. And that was the inspiration. So more than anything, I think what the album conveys is I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That's true Scorpio fashion.
I'm just going for it now.
Word.
Man, you've done so well. And what in between, like being on camera or being in the studio, what are you doing with your time?
Well, the crazy thing is, we took so much time to I needed to live some more. Like my first album, it was like my entire life in the making. It was all of like the learning, whatever, getting to a place where I was confident enough to write songs and feel, confident and believing that I could write good songs. That was that album. Then the next album, it was all kind of happening simultaneously. I was stepping into a different level of like leadership for myself. With the creation and release of Adorn and all the EPs. I was like painting myself. I was painting. I was creative directing. I was directing. The whole concept of everything was coming from me, and I'd taken a different set of reins and stepped into like a bigger pair of shoes almost. You know, this time I just feel like because all of that time since Kaleidoscope Dream, I was on the road and it was just like a grind. I just needed to take a step back and refuel, you know, on experience, on, you know, on lessons, on my relationships, because that's what it takes. Like, how can I give you if I have nothing else? So I had to do some living and restock, and here we are.
Here we are, Miguel, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me tell you, Miguel, I've enjoyed every single wave of your evolution, but goddamn, you and your girl are the freaking sexiest couple
Yeah, it's like
ever.
99.9% her. Yeah.
And you guys have been together, I think, maybe double-digit years? Is it like 10?
Close. We're almost there.
Almost there.
But we don't count our gaps. You know what I'm saying? We've I like to say we've been growing together for a while. Yeah. Because we met when I was 19, she was 18. Yeah. So you can imagine the amount of like bullshit.
Hills, right? Uphills, downhills.
Yeah, absolutely.
How is it though, just managing that relationship with, because she's doing music as well. Like you said, she's gorgeous, she's modeling, and both of you guys, I would just assume, have your own sets of groupies. Well, do you guys joke about it?
Oh, definitely. Thotties. The thought game is funny. But it's so thoughtful out there. So thoughtful. That's our shit. Yeah. Oh, she's so thoughtful. But right about now, we're really keen on solidifying our own identities as ourselves, because I think it's easy to kind of make us synonymous. Yeah. But for the sake of both of our careers, I think it's important that we maintain our individuality. And I think with the release of this album and the release of her music, it's gonna really help with that big time. So I'm just gonna say out there, just put it out there, don't judge me. I really am Wild Heart.
Wild Heart. Damn. But when you put the pussy as mine on the last album, that was my theme song. I didn't even have to talk.
Yeah, exactly. That was the point.
What he's singing is what I mean.
That was the point.
Right?
Exactly.
Is that right, baby Sam?
Yeah.
All right. No, she was the first one to tell me about the song.
Oh, okay, you got to clarify. Help yourself
read
out.
The lyrics. Yo, man, Miguel, thank you for coming by, man.
Oh, I love it. I don't want to go.
I don't want you to. Hey, play on the last drop. I know he hasn't heard it in a while. The drop that he did for us, to see if he'd be interested in making a better one. He might not. He might be.
It's a damn good one.
You play
I remember it was an adorable one.
Remember this?
You know it's real and raw, more than it ain't raw. I ain't all of we fake call. I ain't about you, what?
What? Turn up. Oh, it was like a sample. It's Sway in the morning. It's your man Make Money. Yeah. DJ Wanna on the beat, dropping that heat. Sway in the morning with my girl Heather B. Make money, drop Kaleidoscope drink. Know that pussy is mine if you just give me the time. Too fast for you. Yeah, I'm just playing, Sway. I'm just playing, man. Let's do it. Sway in the morning, turn it up. Keep it live. Make money.
Yeah, so that was
kind of cool.
Oh, you like that one?
I like that one.
Okay.
I like that a lot.
Okay, we'll keep that one.
A lot.
All right.
I was waiting there. I was like, is this nigga really about to rhyme? Hold on. Okay. You
can remember if you rapped or not?
Yeah, I was like, what did I say? I was like, please don't be stupid.
All right, cool. So you like that one? Okay, cool. Well, then we'll stick with that one. All right.
Sounds good.
Miguel, ladies and gentlemen, Wild Heart, my man. All right. Up next, Lala Anthony is going to join us. She has a new book. If you wish to speak with Lala, the book is called The Power Playbook, Rules for Independence, Money, and Success. You need those rules. 888-742-3345.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.